I-Team exclusive follow. A pet cemetery mystery deepens amid new allegations of lies, deceit, and betrayal. Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace broke this story about the uncertainty surrounding Abington Hill Cemetery earlier this month. Now, the money trail. Sarah.
Well, and Chuck, there are late developments. A law enforcement source tells us the state attorney general's office has now issued subpoenas to the current and prior owners of Abington Hill Cemetery in Orange County. There are questions about money, unauthorized burials, and pets that may be missing.
I love that picture.
Lisa Cesario and her mom are heartsick over the future of their two dogs who are stored at Abington Hill Cemetery in Orange County, waiting for a spring burial.
And what worries you?
Where are they?
The family who started burying their pets here 25 years ago has been unable to reach anyone in the cemetery office. We found it shut tight, the phone disconnected.
Anybody here?
Like, I try to hold it in, but I've been sick about this.
No answers about pets awaiting burial and questions about the future of animals already in the hundreds of graves on the 15.5-acre property. The cemetery lost its state license in 2016 and was suddenly sold last spring.
This building is totally open.
This recent cell phone video taken by a pet owner shows the building where the crematorium and freezer are located is totally unsecured.
There are pets still in the freezer. Anyone could come in and take those pets.
We finally tracked down the longtime caretaker, Raymond Padera, a few days ago, who had not responded to repeated messages from the I-Team.
I'm Sarah Wallace from Channel 4. How you doing?
More on him in a minute, but first, the trail of the money paid by pet owners, fees that were collected in 2017 and this year, and add-ons for grave decorations.
We want them to have dignity in death.
Rita Levine has 8 pets buried here and has also made ongoing payments.
We had no idea at all that the cemetery was sold, that the license had lapsed.
Now to that caretaker.
You're not licensed to operate that cemetery. And you
The cemetery is not technically operating. We're not doing burials.
And the total was $795.97.
Tell that to Paul Newman, who paid hundreds of dollars in burial costs for his third dog, Chips, to be placed in the family pet plot last August. Badera signed the contract.
You had no idea at that time that the cemetery was no longer licensed.
I didn't know anything about that at all until someone had mentioned to me they saw it on Channel 4.
How do you look at that?
I look at that like somebody committed fraud and deceived us.
Badera also took money to cremate a different family's dog in January.
You didn't do a cremation a couple of months ago in January.
It's possible. I don't
Possible. You just don't remember?
I don't remember a lot of things, my dear.
Badera says he's had no contact with the property's buyer, a New York businessman named Ahmed Reyes, who bought up nearly 24 Orange County parcels last April in a tax sale for $713,000.
What is your role?
My role, I don't have a role.
You think it's legitimate to collect fees, even though it's no longer licensed?
I do.
Even though it was sold and you are no longer associated with it?
Correct. Because I'm still maintaining the cemetery.
The law says the cemetery can't be developed without written consent of pet owners, but that's not easing the minds of these families who feel abandoned by the caretaker.
What do you say to all the pet owners who can't get answers from you and are worried about the future of their pets there? Can you reassure them that this will stay a
I
cemetery?
can't reassure them because I'm not the owner of the property anymore.
Over the weekend, the sign for the cemetery was removed from the entrance.
These were like children to us. I don't know if we're legally able to go there and visit the grave sites.
So many questions.
A lot of questions.
And no real answers. The new property owner told the I-Team he did not realize the land was a pet cemetery when he bought it. He declined to disclose his plans, saying it wasn't in his interest to speak to us. Chuck, Natalie? All right. Sarah, thank you.
We're heading over to 1340.